Hello everyone, my name is Adi. I'm an intermediate over the board chess player with a provisional rating of 1400. Actually, it's around 2500 now because I've lost two previous games. I'm going to be doing a recap of my classical games on the channel very soon, so watch out. So I'll be playing the bird as white. I'll be aiming for the accelerated dragon Sicilian. And against 1d4, I'll be going for the 1f5 setup, which is the Dutch, and to be specifically the Leningrad Dutch. Well, I've been playing this set of new structures for the past 12-13 games now, so I'm quite getting familiar with the structures. I lost my 5 previous games. We were able to get a win in the last game, so hopefully I can continue with the streak. So if you're just learning new opening or you just enjoy the grind, feel free to follow along. So let me go grab a game. So new game. The last game was quite short and we're getting white again. So we're aiming for 1f4, the bird. So we're playing low fax. Well, they've been playing since 2014. So knight f3 as usual. So this is the I think this is one of the sharpest way to counter the bird is to play 1d5 followed by 1c5. So we go for e3. So this is like a French-like setup. If they go e6, what do I do in that situation? Maybe I just play knight c3 or something like that. I've actually forgot my prep because I felt like I don't want to be constantly checking at the opening. So this, I know that there's something like knight c3. So I'll play knight c3. Maybe this is a mistake, maybe this is not. Knight c3 followed by probably d3, b3, bishop b2. Okay. So these I haven't seen. Oh, I think there was something like this in my prep, honestly. Okay. Wow. So c5. I know c5 is a move here, but I don't even know how to like counter c5. So if I play b3 and they play d4, after ed4, cd4. Yeah, I'm playing knight e2 seems to be like a waste of time. Maybe I should have played d3 first. Yeah, I think d3 first in that situation would have been better. Yeah, I think I should have played d3 first and I avoid all this trap. Yeah, I think I messed it up. I should have played d3 before knight c3. But I mean, I can't stay here and start. So I'll play d3. If d4, after ed4, if cd4, knight e2. Yeah, knight e2, then I just like continue developing like that. So I think maybe I should just play d3. Or I should play. Well, I can sure play something like d4 now. If d4, cd4, and queen takes d4, I should guess. So I think I'm just better off playing d4 now. Maybe it's just better to just counter. But if c4, like this just blocks my bishop in. Yeah, but not to worry too much. I always have something like yeah, there's no bishop d3. Maybe in this kind of structure, I won't aim for the bishop b2 line. Maybe I'll just play bishop d2, bishop b2, bishop d2, and just castle queen side. Then play something like queen e1 to play queen f2, just like almost like the same structure. So if they take, do I want to take with the queen or I want to take with the knight? Yeah, I mean, that's like, I'm not very sure about that. Yeah. I mean, it's already moved 5 and I'm completely out of prep. If only I checked my prep today, honestly. Because for the last 5 games, I didn't. I stopped looking at the opening because at my stage, I think you need a lot of, tactics, fundamental tactics, and just instead of just relying on opening. Because at 12, 1300, 1400, 1500, even 16, 1700, people don't know heavily about opening. You just want to like know one or two ideas and you can brush up off that. So, knight c6. Well, this is a chance to get my bishop out and castle. So bishop b5. If bishop d7, I take. And if they take on c6, then I play knight e5. Yeah. Yeah, if ace is now, I'll just take the knight anyway. Because that's what I want to aim for. Where they can play bishop d7. So bishop d7 I'm expecting. So I've seen ideas in the past whereby I'll just take on c6 and bishop c6, knight e5. And what happens after queen c2? Queen c7 I meant. So take, knight e5. I mean, knight e5 looks premature. So let me just take, yeah. Yeah, something like bishop d2 can be played now. I'm not really sure if taking was a mistake there. So if I play knight e5, queen c7. Queen c7. Okay, so let me castle now. Yeah, I just want to ensure that I didn't mention the goal for today is that I don't get below 3 minutes because that saves me getting into time troubles. I need to develop my bishop. I mean, bishop b2, playing b3 and bishop b2 here doesn't look it doesn't look that much great. I messed it up. I should have played d3 instead of knight c3, and I avoid that c5 shenanigans. Then I could have played knight bd2 for b3, bishop b2. Then I could have played knight bd2. Then I would have developed normal. So if queen c7, they probably want to castle. I mean, I can start aiming for something like g4, g5 now. I'm feeling cold. So, how do I proceed from here? If I play e4, d4, no, I can't play e4 because if e4, d4, there's no knight takes e4 because bishop takes e4. I'm taking on c5, bishop c5. Okay. So they want to castle. So well, I can play knight f5 to push g4. But if g4, g5, and they play knight here, like what do I do about that? I mean, queen c7 now, and they can just castle queen side. I think knight f5 there is rushed. I need to stop and start calculating now. So they have the bishop here, and most of the time the bishop here for black is not that great in the birch, so I'm not really worried about that. Oh wow, they castled. So if I take the bishop after bc g4, oh wow. Okay, so what is the move here? If I take c6 after bc6, doubling that pawn, g4, immediately striking, and they play something like h6. How do I continue? Maybe I can just play a4. Yeah, I need to play something like queen e2. Yeah, I mean, since there's no light square now, I can start developing. Yeah. I mean, if I can start attacking on the king side, it would have been much better. It does seem like we have a lot of space, but opening on my king to get an attack going on the king side, which can be a very huge problem in the bird at times. And I need to find a way to develop my bishop. Okay, so if I take, they want to play knight e4. I mean, I have ideas of playing queen f3. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I have to capture back. That's why I didn't spend much time on that kind of decision. If I'm able to open up their king, I think we should be doing great in that kind of position. If bishop d6 now, if bishop d6, queen f3, bishop, queen c7, yeah, maybe I just play something like rook f2, defending the h2 pawn, while threatening to push g5. Yeah, and getting my other knight to e5 would be very good. How can I achieve that? Yeah, how can I achieve getting my knight to my other knight to e5? So these, they want to push f4. So if f4, let's say queen f3, f4, then I play g5. Okay, yeah, queen f3 looks interesting. I think they want to reroute their knight. Yeah, they simply want to reroute their knight, and I have to start finding a way to develop my rooks now. Maybe a5. I'll play a4 or bishop d2 first. I don't want to play bishop d2 because of queen b6. So if g5, I mean, I do want to play g5 because I don't want to trade for sure. I do not want to trade. Yeah, I don't want to trade in that kind of position. If I'm able to get something like this, just double up on this square. I mean, I don't want to play bishop b2 because after something like queen b6, it attacks this pawn, and there's no way to defend both pawns at the same time. So I want to play a4, b3, and if queen b6, then I just play bishop e3. I think my time management has been pretty alright. So they have a blockade now. And is there a way to get into this position? Okay. So let me start with a4. Bishop e2. Do I have any entry point? I mean, something like a4, but here it is being defended twice. Okay. Okay, probably I should just start with something like this. h4. Yeah, and just open up this diagonal. I think, yeah, king g1, rook h, king g2, rook h1. Yes. Okay, so they want to finally open up the position, which I do understand. So bishop e3, if they take, I take back. Yeah, if queen b6 now, then I just play b3 anyway. Okay, so here. I mean, I could sacrifice the knight for the 2 pawns, but that doesn't do anything because takes, check. This rook is now hanging. Then I have the b5 square for my knight now. Okay, So they want to run with the king. So if I take, king there takes, then I'm going to have 3 pawns for. Yeah, there's ideas of this. Let me show you. If I take on d5, e d5, queen takes d5. If king moves, then I take on c4. If I take on c4, if they take here, yeah, they want to definitely take back. Yeah. I mean, if I do close the position and the king escapes, so let me just calm down and think here. Do I want to close the position? Because if the rook comes to h8, that looks very much scary, and they can double up on the on that open file. Well, I can close down the position and play on the queen side, I guess. Yeah, I felt like sacrificing this knight, but the last sacrifice I did was not the best. Look at these juicers. Look at these juicers. I've terribly played this, I'm very sure. So take. So knight takes d5, e d5, queen takes d5 check. Queen takes d5 check. If king moves, I take on c4. That looks interesting. If I take on c4 and they play something like knight b6, Okay. I don't want to play a4 because after queen b6, how do I defend this b pawn? And this position looks much close. I mean, can I sacrifice this knight for the 3 pawns? I don't want to make an unnecessary sacrifice. If a4, queen b6, rook b. Yeah, if queen b6, then I just have knight d2, right? I think so. Yeah, I just play knight d1 again. Knight d1 followed by c3. Yeah. Yeah, I can safely play a5. Yeah, there's knight a5. Knight a5 to play knight c5. Takes, then I take back with the pawn. I mean, this side is quite paralyzed. Yeah, like I just have to find a way to continue pushing because this position looks much close, but I think I'll be very much surprised if Stockfish recommends the sacrifice, honestly. So this if a5 there, if a5 they push e6 after fe6. Yeah, they can't push e6. I don't think they can push e6. So let me play a5. Oh, a5 and bishop b4. Yeah, I think bishop b4 is quite funny. Oh, wow. So if I play bishop f2, oh, I can play bishop f2, and if they don't move, I take here. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking bishop f2 or bishop d2. Yeah. I just want to make sure this pawn is defended at all times. Yeah, I think I can sacrifice the knight now. So this, they want to take here. So if I take, takes check. I think this is winning, right? Knight d5. If e d5, queen takes d5 check. It's not winning because the king can move. Yeah, it's not winning. Okay, so how do I proceed? I think I'm getting low on time now. Maybe something like king g1. Yeah. Apologies for not commenting. This is very sharp and interesting, but I don't even know how to proceed with the game. So this, I saw. Oh, did I just blunder a pawn? Okay, I didn't. So if I take on d5, e d5, queen takes d5 check. When the king move, so what I intend to do is so knight takes d5, e d5, queen takes d5 check. If king moves, if I take on c4, queen takes b2. No, there's no queen takes b. No. Oh my days. I like specifically don't want to make this blunder, and I think I did. I think I did make that blunder. Should I just sacrifice my knight now? Okay. Let's say king here. So I'm sacrificing this pawn. But if they take this pawn, knight takes d4, and queen takes c. Yeah, I mean that looks very iffy. Yeah, I mean that looks very much iffy. Yeah. This is just a pawn sacrifice. Am I doing that? What am I doing? What am I doing? Did I just sacrifice this pawn? Oh. Oh, I just messed it up again. Yeah, I think I just messed it up again. Yeah, they can just take on d4, and I don't have anything. If they take on d4. Yeah, I think I'm just completely down a pawn if they take on d4. I'm counting that they will take on b2. Yes. Yeah, this is just a blunder now. Yeah, this is just a blunder now. Yeah, this is just a blunder now. At least they can force a trade of the coins now. For sure. So if I take on d4, e d4, queen takes d4 check. If the king move, so d4, e d4, queen d4 check. The king can't come here, can't go here. If can't go here, so the only square is to come here or go there. So if it goes there, I give a check. Yeah, and I think that is hanging. Yes, yes, I think that is hanging. Yes, 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 yes. And they can just take, right? And if they take on b2, what is my move? b2, bishop c3. What am I planning to do? Yeah, I think they have to take on b2 now. Because e d5, queen takes d5 loses the rook on a8. For sure. Yeah, so I think this is a very good call by them. So if bishop b4, queen takes d4, queen takes d4, a d4, and this is hanging. So bishop b4, I think bishop b4, bishop b4. What if they play something like this? Should I just take and they take back? Yeah, so I don't want to get low on time. Yeah, I think bishop b4 looks very much interesting to me. Yeah, bishop b4 looks very much interesting. I won't even lie. I mean, this queen c6 seems to be like the only move. But after queen c6, what do I play? Where can my knight go after queen c6? Okay, so this I saw. So if takes, queen takes, they have knight here. Yeah, so I'll just take. Right? Yeah, I think I have knight b6. No. I don't have knight b6. I don't. Yeah, it just only seems like I have. No, I have knight f6. There's knight f6. Yes, there's knight f6. Yeah, I have knight f6. Yes. I have knight f6. Yes. Oh my days. I'm winning. I have knight f6. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Oh, finally. So I have this. Yes, finally, I have that. I'm so glad I'm winning. I'm so really happy. Yes. So I'm just up a coin. Yeah. So how do I convert this position? Okay. So queen here, if they played there, yeah, so no, I'm not really worried about that. Yeah, I don't think I'm really worried about that. If check, then I just play queen h4. Yes! Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so really happy I won. We won against a 1432. Wow, that's a very beautiful win. So game review, I'm very sure I played like a 1200 at, yeah, like I said, yeah. So we played like a 1750. We made 5 mistakes, 5 inaccuracies and 2 misses. So it means I was winning at some point. So let's start review. So f4 as usual. This is all pretty normal. c5 and d4 is not the best. Here I was here knight c3 shouldn't have been played. Yeah, b3 is better, d3 is better, or c4 immediately. Yeah, so b3, and if c4 here now, then I can just play bishop b2, and after this bishop b5, and if bishop d7, excuse me, so I can castle or take. So castle, bishop takes. So there's something like this takes, and after this, and queen, rook c8. Then I have castle, bishop e7, d3, castle, and knight d2. And it says like this is about equal-ish, or even maybe slightly better. And after bishop e8, or let's say b5, then I have knight takes e6, rook takes e6, and striking with a4 immediately. And if this, and there's just queen f3. Wow. So c5 was good. This and bishop b5 immediately, and this I shouldn't have taken was pretty bad. I should have castle or played a3. So a3 I saw, but after a6, then I should have played d3 and c4 and bishop e2, and black is just better in this kind of position, but it's because it's closed. And after bishop d6, I'm very sure knight e5 is gonna be a move. If knight takes, and that's just a fork, and if it takes, and after fe5, let's say knight g8, and castle, knight ge7, I'm pretty sure, and a4, bishop d2. Yeah, so let me just continue with the analysis. So black was much better in this position, like minus 0.74. Bishop d7, knight e5, best move. Castle, knight c6 was the best move as well. If I had delayed that a little bit, it would have been much better, because if I played a4, there's rook c8, and this just developed their rooks with the tempo. So I took, and king h1. What a stellar move. King h1 or knight a4. So I saw knight a4, but after cd4, ed4. Wow, and this is just much better for, right? So this, and queen, how does, I have king h1 still, or bishop e3. So bishop e3, queen b6. Oh yeah, and there's no queen, so let's say something like this, queen b6. Right, so then I have knight a4, attacking and defending. And if queen b5, the c3 here. And how do I get my knight back into play? Maybe play b4. Knight f6, knight f6, knight f6, then I have b3. Oh wow. Okay, so, and this, so, and it shows that black was making it. Okay, I made a mistake. So g4 was not the best move. So king h1, knight a4, or queen e2 is the best move. Then I play g4, which is, and black is massively better here. It's like minus 1.35. So because after cd4, ed4, there's rook c8, c5, or rook b8. This is just a positional mistake. So if c5, I can't take back because of bishop c5 check. Oh, this coming the check. Okay. f5 I missed, honestly. So here, queen e3, g5 is the best move. Queen e2, g5, or queen e3. So I played g5, and this was a mistake because it allowed queen e2, queen e2, queen e3, or rook e1. I didn't play that. I made a mistake with h4. c5 was the best move, and I played bishop e3, which was the best move here. And closing the position, I felt like it was a mistake. And rook fe1 immediately. Oh, this was a massive move, because I think gh5, and they play rook f7. Yeah, I saw this and I felt like black should be better. But after king f2, f8, rook fb1. Okay, so that didn't happen. So here, h5 and king b7 seems to be a mistake, because I have f2, king g2, or rook fe1 still. But rook fe1, and if they take now, oh, this comes with a check. Oh no, I don't even have to take. Bishop f2. Okay, so let's say they play something like this. Okay, let's say maybe they play something like this. Takes e6. And if king takes, oh, there's these tactics at the end of the line. Oh, instead, so what I was trying to do all along that didn't work, I could have played rook fe1. So a4 was a mistake here. Bishop d2, which I later saw at some point. b3. So b3, I saw this boy. Maybe 3, and I was able to get my rook into play with this. Okay. And bishop this was the start. I had knight d5. I said it, but I couldn't calculate it. So I felt like after this, check. King e8. Yeah. Oh. King e7. Bishop f2. Then I could have done it the other way around. I had the same tactics. Oh, this would have been a very brilliant find. Rook f e1. And after knight b6. Bishop f2 check. King d7 is the only move. King e5. Bishop e5 is just checkmate. King d7. Queen e6 check. King c6 and d5 check. King b7. a5. Knight c8. Oh. Rook a4. Queen c7. Queen a3. Knight a7. Rook takes c4. And if queen takes, queen b6. Oh my days. This is so tactically sharp. I have to go over this game and just like think deep again. This is like very, very sharp. So it became dicey, and I had knight d5 here again. So take now. King e7. Then I have rook e1. I saw this, but I felt like, how do I? Then I had this. This is what I saw, but I made a mistake with king g2. What am I doing? I could have waited and calculated it. So if they don't take back, queen a7, rook a d1, and if they take again, I still have the same thing. Bishop d5 check. King here. Rook f e1. King d8. That was a series of mistakes, but I was just like, so this was a mistake. So so king here was a mistake. Rook f e1 is best. I should have bring my king. So I felt like they were going to take. This is what I saw. Then I saw knight d5, and after this take, oh no, I saw queen takes c2. Then I had bishop b4 still. So if they take, knight takes b4. Wow. And after queen b3, there's queen takes. Then I have rook a b1. And after rook a b, let's say this. Oh, so let's say this. Knight c6. Rook b6. Rook fc1. Oh wow, this is just very tactical. So this was a miss. Like, yeah. And queen here. Then I saw it again that I had to just take now, because I felt like after this and this check, king e8, king e7. Like king e8, king e7. King e8 I saw, but after rook fe1, king d8. Yeah, I think I saw the rook was hanging again. But there's bishop a5. Oh yeah, I think I saw this idea of bishop taking a5 at some point, that if the queen comes to that diagonal, I could just play yeah, bishop a5. And that's what helped me find bishop b4. And after, this was a brilliant sacrifice. This is a brilliant sacrifice. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm capable of doing at the 1300 level. Make brilliant sacrifice. Absolute stellar. So this was absolutely beautiful. After a series of mistakes, and bishop b4 was so good. Bishop b4 was so good to find. Bishop b4 is +5. Bishop e3 is +2, and bishop c3 is like, I'm still winning in any of these scenarios, but so let me say bishop c3 and queen c6, or they just play something like this. Yeah, I'm just rook d5. Let them move. This is so cold. Yeah. Oh, I'm so glad I found. Then I saw queen c6 and I was like, hold on, wait a minute. This is not winning. Yeah, and I think I followed it up nicely because I saw this, and after this take, I saw knight f6, which was an absolute brilliant move. I don't know why it wasn't given brilliant. And I saw this double attack on the queen. Then if the queen moved to, let's say, queen move here, knight d7 is just check. Queen e7 seems to be the only move. Take. Then I have king d6. d1. King c5. Oh, knight d7. Checkmate. Oh, this is so nice. And after this, then I immediately saw that, and I saw rook d7. And at this point they had to like give up their queen. So queen e7 was like the first computer line. Queen d3 is just like to just give up the queen, like to just like give up the queen. So this is just like to give it up at the end of the day. 96, yeah, I just felt like after this 95. Oh, 95 relates to check, and yeah, and I think I misled it in the hand, but after this, I don't know. So after this, 95 still wins anyway. 95 king f8. Oh, queen b7. Then I just like made a mistake. I just feel like I will always have options of taking, and if this check, oh, there's not even rook d3 check at the end of the line. So king e7. After this, oh, this is just winning. It's just like so winning. So I'm sure that so this ends the game. I'm sure that you must have enjoyed this game, because I didn't get. Did I get extremely low on time? Well, we didn't achieve the goal for this game, but I think that I didn't panic extremely as I would, and I think maybe being 2-3 minutes is the sweetest spot for me not to get into time trouble. But I was so glad I was able to like hold my nerves and play some incredible game at the end of the day. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.